How's it going, guys? So I finally did it. This year has been crazy windy, and I finally was motivated to break down and put a motor on my kayak. I actually hesitated for a long time because I didn't think I needed it, and it wasn't that big of a problem. But I'm getting older, and this wind was kicking my butt. So let me show you what I did. So the NVK is what I decided. Newport's NVK Kayak Series trolling motor is what I decided to go with. The MK 180 or the MK 300 was not in my budget. But I tell you what, the NVK Kayak Series trolling motors is definitely powerful enough to handle this big water. And me, along with even towing my wife. In fact, recently I towed 2 other people, so it was towing 3 people besides myself in the kayak, and it worked great. So the 55-pound thrust Newport kayak trolling motor, the NVK 55, is actually very powerful, and it's actually 0.88 horsepower. I can get this thing at full speed for at 4 miles an hour. So let me show you what I did. And the whole system is powered by the Vatrer 100 amp hour battery. Fantastic battery, as strong as all get out. I've already used it multiple times, and I still end up with basically a full charge. I think I still have, oh, I already just said it, but all 4 lights are running. Great battery, and more on that in a minute. But they are the ones that were full disclosure, they gave me that battery in place of a video to show how good it was. They were all about telling me, you know, let's work on getting you a motor. And so I went ahead and got the motor, and they gave me the battery, and now it's a matter of connecting it up. Now, one of the things with my... Alright, so I wanted to take you to the Vatrer website, and so I can kind of show you about the battery itself. But something that I noticed, I guess it's happening right now, which is pretty cool. I think it's because of they're getting ready to have some prime specials, but they're having what's called a autumn sale for up to 60% off. So this is I haven't even gotten to the battery I want to show you, but they're having a sale right now. Autumn sale, up to 60% off. And you can spin... it's actually showing that you could possibly get one for free. So I would actually come check this out. And what is this here? Oh wow, so you could actually get you can win any of these prizes right here. Oh wow, okay. But yeah, y'all go ahead and check this Vatrer the website out. I was gonna say typically you would go to Amazon, but their actual website is having a super special, I guess. What's going on? So just enter your name and your email, and you could possibly win a battery, or looks like a charger, 20 amp charger. So definitely worth a shot. Come check it out. Let me go ahead and show you the battery. Can I get out of here? So the battery is a LiFePO battery, and it is the trolling motor battery. Let's see. This is the one that I have. So they have a 50 amp hour, where actually it's gonna be a smaller battery. Oh, but this is a 36 volt. Oh, I didn't realize they have it. So they have a 24, 36, and even a giant 12 volt 300 amp hour. So this is the one that I have on my kayak right now. Again, that was sent to me. Great battery, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I've never had this, and it works great. So this is a marine trolling motor battery, 150 amp BMS. So from what I understand, the BMS is actually it's like a safety net that will help. Let's see here. I think I saw. Let's see. That will help just in case. Here it is. So it'll help from overcharge, over discharge, over current, short circuit. What is that? Auto coil balance. And of course, it's dust proof, waterproof. It's a good battery, but the BMS is a safety setup for you. So let's get back to the operating. So if it'll go down to -4 degrees. If you're in the, if you're over there where it gets that cold. I'm in Texas, so I don't have to worry about that. Reduced maintenance, IP65 means it's waterproof, corrosion resistant, and it's all sealed and everything. 22 pounds. It is a big battery. This is a 100 amp hour battery. It is a bigger battery. So if you have a small area in your where you're going to put it, just be aware to know that is how it's going to fit in there. 5,000 cycles, so it's going to last you a while. There is a warranty actually on it from I had shown you, I had saw on the little warranty label that it's quite a long time actually. Is it? Let's see if I can find that later for you. 1280 watt hours. Handles 150 continuous current amps. Okay. Oh, and this is something else. It will power a 30 to 200 pound thrust trolling motor. Mine's only a 55 pound. I think once you start getting into the bigger, you know, like 24 36 volts, then you can then that's when it needs that extra power. You can expand it by putting it in I believe by putting it in parallel and stuff like that, serial. But so yeah, man, maybe you can use that savings to get you a, if you didn't win one, you can use that to get you a charger. So good stuff, man. Look at that. 200% lighter. Oh, 2 to 3 times the power as a lead acid battery. A third of the weight. 5 charge. That's one thing I noticed. 5 times charges up 5 times faster. Yes, it does. It charges pretty darn quick. You can almost watch it charge. I was in the shed the other day, and I was watching that battery get charged up pretty quick. Depth, COC. I'm not even. Oh, here it is. 5-year new replacement warranty. So yeah, they stand behind their product. It is a good battery. They probably don't even have to worry about it because it's such a good battery. Let's see here, specs. I'll let y'all kind of go through this and look for yourself. But it is a good battery. It goes basically what I just told you. So a 1920 watts max. So if you got a trolling motor that needs that extra power right away, it'll do it. Again, it's completely sealed. It doesn't have, you can't get any water in there, and it actually has a strap on it to carry it around. So this stuff is what I showed you already. Let's go to now at the same time, so you can connect them in series. I'll leave the links below. Here's their website and the Amazon website. The Amazon link. So here's the Amazon link here. They already have it on sale. It was $270 and now it's $229. So definitely check it out. There is a big Amazon sale that is coming up, I believe, starting Monday. Today is the weekend before. So be sure and check that out. It might even be, by the time hopefully you're seeing this, it might even be happening and you can get it even cheaper. But I would first definitely check out their main website and check out this autumn sale, because you could possibly get more off and possibly something free. So be sure to get a free product. So check that out. It's the same price, if not lower. In fact, I think it's a little lower here. But definitely try it out and check it out. Again, Vatrer, they have all kinds of batteries, not just I use the 12 volt one. Again, check them out. It's the real deal, man. They have some pretty good batteries, and I'm very happy with it. Yes, they sent it to me, but I didn't realize that. I always thought that the batteries were, crazy expensive, and it's not bad at all. For the 12 volt one, and I would definitely look at the other ones for the price. This is a 50 amp for $379. I don't know, man. I don't know if you can get anything like that for that price. It's a good battery. Definitely check them out. They are, I vouch for them. It is good stuff. So that's my that's just something I want to show you. I was looking at the website and I wanted you to actually see it. But the Autumns, yeah, they're having a sale, so go check it out. And again, like I said, be sure and do the spin to win button. And hey, I'm all about getting some free stuff. You know what I mean? Kayak is it's a 13.2 feet kayak. So what I had to do, it was so long, even with the extended, the Newport comes with it automatically extends, and I actually extended it further. It was still too far. But, so what I did was I took the head unit off, extended the wires, and I will show you how to do that. So these are 10 gauge wires, extended it out to meet the battery. Actually, these are the wires that were already attached, and what I extended was the wires, all the wires, to go to this main head unit instead of buying a whole new what do you call it, gear unit, or not gear unit, unit to adjust all the power and everything. It's all built into the head unit. So now I just moved it, and what I did was I 3D printed a handle with a mount. See if I can show you that. Alright guys, so let me give you a little idea of what I did. So first off, in order to take the head unit off, is there's a screw right here on this side. So you just unscrew it. What you're gonna see on the other side, this is actually the 3D print of the handle on the Kayak. So this part would have been the handle, and then this was the part that is on the shaft of the trolling motor. So there is a little hole that this screw goes into. So it's actually like that. So basically you're just gonna unscrew it and then it just pops off. Okay. So a little bit more on this a little later. So once you loosen this screw all the way out, you're able to take off this unit. Then you have a screw, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Let's see. So through the magic video, I'm not gonna make you wait through all of this. I really just pulled the drill out. So let me flip this way so you can see the mechanism that is in here. So this is what controls the speed in the head unit here. So instead of ordering the box or making it yourself or spending the time, my thought was it already has the part that shows you the power on here. It already has the part that makes it go faster and everything you need. So basically, what I did was all I had to do was extend here. Let me kind of back up a little bit. So this is the wire that hooks into the battery, and it's actually very long already. It's meant to go a long way. Already got the fuse in there, the relay, and then the only part that I had to extend was the power that goes to this unit. So if you look, it's these thick wires right here. There's a red hot wire, and then there's the ground, the big black ground wire right here. What I did was to make sure that that I did it right was, first off, I put the color of each one of the wires, so black, white, or red and black here. I just kind of labeled it. That's basically what I did, just to make sure that I was correct. So I used, I believe this is 10 gauge wire for these thick wires here, and I cut it. Had it. Be sure and leave enough wire that you can splice it for when you put the new wire. So you kind of see what I did here. Cut these wires again. Leave enough wire. I didn't have yellow, so I had to use red. But I undid this screw and undid this screw, and then I spliced it, and then I put them back on. So however it makes it easier for you, it's easier to actually take them off and put them back on. Just don't lose the little nuts that go on there. Now every trolling motor is a little different, as far as, you know, like this one has little screws that hold it on. Other ones don't have all that. Some of them are actually even more basic than this. So I just made sure I ran the wire through the little hole that's already there, and have them coming out this end. Again, this piece here is actually a cover that for your pole, protects your fishing pole, and I just cut it and ran it through itself to make it look nice. And then you just got to put it back together. You can kind of see where things kind of line up. So this lines up with here to keep it in line. And you just tuck everything back in. So, once you got that, usually I kind of leave this in here so I don't lose it. Everything's in there. You got your controls. Then I use these clips, mount these clips on the ends. Just press them on. Make sure that you use if it's thick wire, 10 gauge wire, use 10 gauge wire especially if it's a long run. Make sure you don't use thin wire. Make sure you don't use thin wire like this on thick wire. Match them. If it's 10 gauge wire, make sure you use 10 gauge wire. If it's 15 gauge wire, make sure you use 15 gauge wire. This one I didn't have to do anything to, because it was already on there. You can, fit this and make it work, switch it out, and I didn't have a reason to change these things out, so I'm using what it came with. But yeah, so it mounts. Oh, this is not even the one that fits. This was the prototype. It was a little too big. But just mounts on there, and then then I'm using this for the power. I wanted to show you where these are the same wires. So these are the same wires that connected to the head unit. So you can see where I clipped them, and these are actually really cool little sleeves. They have solder built into them, so you heat them up. You actually use like a lighter. I use a lighter to heat this up, so it melted the shrink wrap and the solder inside of it, and then it seals it all up. They have different sizes. Again, I'll leave a link in the description for these if y'all want. I even used some shrink wrap on here just make sure that it was nice and sealed. But so these are the wires that connected to there, and then again I hooked that on there just to make it on there. So I mounted on here. Now this again is a 3D printed rudder. Very simple. I actually got it on Thingiverse, and works really good. I do intend to reprint a different one, because what happens is, see how this moves? It actually doesn't move when it's in the water. It just seems to move, I think, when I have it in the truck or something. But no, it works really good. I do, and this is something else I tend to, I've already used it about 5 times. This is already rusted, this carabiner. It was supposed to be stainless steel. I mean, it hasn't broken. Hasn't broken, but it don't look so good, does it? So I'll probably change that out in order to make sure that this works. Again, if you like this and it works, it's very easy print. If you decide that you want to use this one, I put these little grommets, washers or whatever, rubber washers on here, just to maybe give it a little bit more, seal it a little better. And again, this is something I printed also just to, I didn't want water to get into there, but you can use PVC. But if you're interested in this, I don't mind sending you I made this, so I don't mind sending you the STL for that. This piece here I got off of Amazon. The only thing about this is where it mounts onto here, it's a little loose. So what I ended up doing is putting some rubber tape in it, like some what do you call it, electrical tape, just to give it a little bit more bite. Same with this pulley. Everything that I'll go ahead and put the links in the description for that. But yeah, man, that's my setup. It's worked fantastic. I mean, I was pulling my wife and 2 other people, no problem. But come check it out. I'm actually at my shop doing the video. Had a little bit of a slow time, so I figure I'd go ahead and put that in there. It's Texas Angler Depot 3822 SPID. Little plug for myself. But and if you guys are interested in, this is a mount for the Old Town. If y'all are interested in a handle with a mount on it, you know, let me know. Just comment below and we will get together and figure that out. The other thing is, once I extended out the wires, I connected them so I'm not holding on to all the wires, and I'll have links to these connectors in the description. But let's get on to the video. I'll show you what I did. The cool thing, if you decide to do this setup, the cool thing about this about the Newport Kayak series is this is already cut down to 24 inches. So if you ever get a different kind of a trolling motor, you have to cut it down to 24 inches. Now, this already has it. I actually 3D printed this. It's more of aesthetics. You can use PVC if you want it to. You can see where I need to do a little better job on keeping this on here. This right here is actually a pole holder cover protector. The other, not problem, but the other thing that I wanted to do is I put pulleys. I actually drilled a hole right here to put a carabiner, and then I put a carabiner on here. Put another pulley here, and I'll put a link to all these things, components, in the description. So I have a pulley, and then it comes over here, and I have it locked in over here. So the idea is when I pull it up, it lifts up the trolling motor, and it goes all the way enough where it'll get out of the water. So I did try it directly connector with just the one pulley to there, and it was too hard. It was too much of a weight. I mean, and it just wasn't easy enough to pull it. So I added this pulley and connected it here. So 2 pulleys, it like even increases the pulling power in order to pull this up. The other thing I did add was these here to be able to turn it. And the way I do that is, so I have this stakeout pole that I wasn't using anymore, and it turned out to be the perfect length for me. So I actually drilled a little hole in the end of it, put a carabiner, like so. So I connect it onto the carabiner that I have on the turning platform here. And so basically I just push it back and forth, and it's the perfect length for when I'm sitting right here to steer.